And I got him to the point where my mom told me to take care of him when I did my best. You know, he's amazing. I'm going to miss him forever.
Montrealer Akeem Scott was 26 years old when he died in June 2019 after waiting for hours to be treated at the Jewish General Hospital, even lying on the floor in devastating pain at one point. Tired of waiting, Akeem left the ER and went to a friend's house. The next day, he was found vomiting blood and died. Now, family members say systemic racism led to his death and they want justice. This after a coroner's report says that he died of natural causes.
Akeem's pain was enormous because he was on a wheelchair, right? And it got to the point where he actually had to lay down on the floor, curled up into a ball. And that irritated the staff at one point.
It was negligence that they ignore him at the hospital. And I just wanted this not to happen to someone else who go through that kind of ordeal. He was there in pain.
The coroner's report noted Akeem's pain was a 10 out of 10. He was brought by ambulance to the hospital, throwing up with abdominal pains, then placed in a level 3 triage, which means it's urgent and the wait time should be 30 minutes at most, according to the coroner, but Akeem waited for 4 hours.
And also the lack of basically humanity. It's not something that doctors and nurses are supposed to do. But in this case, obviously, this young man was left practically dying in pain for 4 hours.
The coroner concluded Scott died of acute peritonitis, inflammation of a silk-like membrane that lines your inner abdominal wall and covers the organs within your abdomen. The family and advocates say it was systemic racism.
But when one reads many of the facts gathered by the coroner and detailed in a 4-page report, we don't agree with that conclusion. It was a natural death. He was basically left unattended, uncared for.
I want to make sure that the system changes and this doesn't happen to anyone else. We do feel he was neglected because of the way he looked. We feel that he wasn't taken seriously, and that led to his death ultimately.
The coroner said in a statement to City News, Mr. Scott's death is a natural death, as the source is acute peritonitis. It cannot be suicide, an accident, or homicide, which are the other modes of death. Emergency wait times can be long due to traffic, and priority codes are mostly guidelines. The coroner's report recommended the Jewish General Hospital review its triage and re-evaluation procedures. A spokesperson said it could not comment on the case due to privacy and confidentiality rules.
He was a good son. Everyone that know him loved him. He'll do anything for you. You could send him anywhere and he's not saying no, he'll go right away.
In Montreal, Brittany Henriques, City News.